Okay, so when multiplying, with 1 digits, it's a little different, and that's kind of what you have. So for example, the first one is 3 times 9, and so that's how he would set it up. On the left-hand side is 3 times 9, and so this is just so he can understand and hold his like math problems, so he understands this and he can, you know, solve it here and then go back here to make sure what he's missing. But he would go 3 times 9 is, and obviously he needs to know his timetables to do this part. So then at this point we would know that 3 times 9 is 27. So he would just directly set 27. Okay? And so it's going to be the same for your other ones. So he has 3, I think the next one is 3 times 1. So it would be the same thing, 3 times 1. So you would have to put that rubber band so he understands, or they understand how it works. So 3 times 1 is 3, and then so he would just go and say 3. Okay, however, when it is like 2-digit with 1 digit, so if I had 13, so obviously I would move my rubber band, okay, and I would set 13 times 9. Let's just say 13 times 9. So that's how this would look. And so he would have to, or she would have to go, okay, what's 9 times 1? Or we could say, what's 9 times 10? And so our student would say 90. Or if we say 9 times 1, it's going to be 9. And we have to remind them, don't forget to add the 0, because this is in the tens place. So then 10 times 9 is 90, or 1 times 9 is 9. And then we have to remind him to add that 0. So then he would go here and write 90. And so now we would go back, and we're done multiplying 9 times 1, so we can clear that. And now what's next? What's 9 times 3? And then we would go over here and say, oh, it's 27. Let's do 27. Can we add 27 here? Nope. So we have to go 1 to the left. So we go 1, 20, and then 7. So there's your answer. Does that make sense a little bit? Let me do another one. Okay, I'm just going to make one up. The next one, let's do 13, because we're working with 3. So let's do 13 times 6. So that's how I would set that up. And I would have them go, okay, what's 6 times 1? It just depends on how she or he feels. If they can do 6 times 1, we know it's 6, but don't forget to add that 0. And so they would do, oh, it's 60 then. And so they would do that. And then we go back here and we clear the 1 because we're done multiplying with that one. And now we go 6 times 3. What is 6 times 3? And then we go over here. And they will know that 6 times 3 is 18. So you would go 10. And they could do count 1 by 1, or they could do 18 by just doing 10 and then setting 8. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So your answer should be 78. Again, we were working, I think, on 3. So let's do 13 times 4. This will be the last one. And again, you would go and say, okay, what's 4? Or the student would be, what's 4? And they would feel it. 4 times 1. And they know it's going to be 4. Or they could go 4 times 10. And they know it will be 40. So we would set, if we need to set 40, or you can count 10, 20, 30, 40. And then we are done with the 1, so we clear that, and then we go, what's 4 times 3? 4 times 3 is 12. So we would set 12, 10, 11, 12. So your answer should be 54. Okay, hopefully that helped. Let me know if you need more examples and I can email those to you. But the key here is the rubber band, and then making sure, it's a little tricky because they're used to working on the right-hand side, and understanding the left-hand side is to kind of keep our notes or a math problem here so that we don't lose our count or our place. So that's what this is for. Okay, thank you.